Hello everyone. So all of you are welcome to my presentation. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Anuruddha Bandara. I'm currently working as the Assistant General Manager of J.F.Packaging Private Limited. So I'm glad to say that I'm also a chemistry special degree holder of University of Peradeniya, Faculty of Science. So today I'm here to give a small presentation about the packaging industry. So let's move on to the presentation. So what do you mean by packaging? There are many people uh, who are living around the world have defined packaging in many ways. But I have chosen this definition because it gives a clear idea about what is packaging. So packaging, a socio-scientific discipline which operates in a society to ensure delivery of goods to the ultimate customer in the best condition intended for their use. Well, packaging for everything. So packaging is not only for the foods. Packaging, we need packaging for everything. So when we go to the supermarket or to the retail shop, you can see that there are many kind of packages and many kind of items, including food items and other items, which were wrapped by using different kind of packaging. So when it comes to the food sector, we can see the packages in fish, meat, and fruits, vegetables, canned foods, and dairy products, and beverages. And except foods, we can see the packages in other household products like soaps and some kind of liquids and pharmaceuticals also. Well, in this slide, you can see that I have added some information about the packaging industry in Sri Lanka. So when it comes to the packaging industry in Sri Lanka, we can see that there are 28 large and medium scale flexible packaging manufacturers. And there are more than 100 small scale flexible packaging manufacturers also spreading around Sri Lanka. Though we have that much of packaging manufacturers, still we are importing 30% of flexible packages from abroad. Well, when it comes to the corrugated packaging, we can see that there are 128 manufacturers and 2 glass containers manufacturers and 2 tin packaging manufacturers. If we pay attention for the current issues in packaging sector in Sri Lanka and the current situation, it's clear that the packaging sector shows a very slow growth. Why? Because the technology is not updated. So when it compares to the technology that we are using for the packaging sector, it may cost very high than the other sectors. And the lack of knowledge directly impact on this packaging sector. Standard specification method not available for desired products. So due to that, we can clearly identify there are main 2 issues, which are under-engineering of package and over-engineering of package. So what do you mean by under-engineering of package? In the under-engineering of packaging, the first priority given to cost rather than product quality. That means the manufacturer pay more attention towards the cost than the packaging quality. And the other point is over engineering of package. Packaging cost has to be bear by consumer. That means packaging manufacturer pay much attention to the quality of packaging than it expected. So definitely there would be a extra cost in our engineering of packaging. So we have to, as the consumers, we have to bear the extra cost also. Another issue of this packaging sector is poor knowledge of packaging, product manufacturer and consumer, and the poor communication between product manufacturer and packaging manufacturer. We should want to remain a good connection. To do that, product manufacturer should provide the following information to the packaging manufacturer, which are product nature, organoleptic properties of product, expected shelf life, product filling method, temperature, atmosphere, likewise. And another main issue that we can see is lack of skilled machine technicians and knowledgeable staff. So when it comes to the packaging types, we can clearly identify there are three main types, which are rigid, semi-rigid, and flexible. Wood, glass, metal containers, plastic containers, corrugated boxes, paper cartons are examples for the rigid packagings. And aluminum containers, collapsible tubes are examples for semi-rigid. And for flexible packaging, aluminum foil, paper, plastic films, clothes can be taken as examples. Well, in rigid and semi-rigid packaging, we can clearly divide it into three parts. Monolayer bottles, multi-layer bottles, and composites. Under the monolayer bottles made from HDPE, PP, PET, PES. So HDPE means high density polyethylene, and PP means polypropylene, PET means polyester, and PS means polystyrene. So in multi-layer bottles for food and beverages industry, different layers incorporated for functional properties. And composites, plastic in combination with aluminum foil or paper. In this slide, you can see there are three pictures of rigid packagings. And these are the paper cartoons. You can see these things in supermarket. And when it comes to the flexible packaging, it's also we can divide into three main categories, which are monolayer films, multi-layer films, and composite laminates. Monolayer films carry grocery bags, liners, pouches are the examples. And in multi-layer films, pouches, liners, bags for packing commodities in liquid solid form and industrial packaging. And composite laminates, composites of three-layer poly and reverse printed BOPET or BOPP with or without barrier materials like metallized PET, aluminum foil, oriented PA. So in here, BOPET means biaxially oriented polyester, and BOPP means biaxially oriented polypropylene. Those are the materials that we can see in composite laminates. So when it comes to the role of packaging, packaging helps to maintain and to conserve the quality of products through storage, transportation, and delivery. And when it comes to the packaging functions, in this slide, you can see there are main three functions. These three functions are considered as the main three functions in packaging sector, which are protection, preservation, and presentation. And these are the secondary functions, which are easy to handle, easy to store, easy to open, easy to inspect, easy to reclose, easy to dispose of, reusability, and recyclability. And the quality of packaging. The quality of packaging is determined mainly by these four qualities, which are fitness for use, conformance, specifications, minimum loss imparted to society, satisfaction to started and implied needs. And this is one of the most important topics that I have added to my presentation, the shelf life. When it comes to the packaging sector and the shelf life, there's a huge connection between these two. The length of time for which an item remains usable fit for consumption or sellable. So this is the definition for the shelf life. The package can be used as the barrier to gas formation, barrier to moisture, barrier to aroma, or barrier to organoleptic properties like smell, taste, and flavor escaping. So package is mainly affect to extend the shelf life. That means the quality of package, the shelf life depends on the quality of package directly. And product appeal. Packaging is important for shelf appeal and brand promotion. Packages, distinct shape or size, special features, superior finish, that means color, gloss, transparency, excellent printing. So those are the qualities that packages need to get the attraction of the consumer. Well, in this slide, you can see that the food packaging is closely connected with the production, preservation, storage, and marketing of food, and therefore forms an integral part of the product. The food product should reach the consumer in an attractive, convenient form without spoilage or change in color, flavor, texture, and nutritive value. So the package plays an important role. So when it comes to the selection of a package, there are main 6 factors that we have to consider: the product characteristics or nature, spoilage, deterioration mechanisms, product package compatibility, marketing factors, distribution systems, and cost factors. So when it comes to product characteristics, physical state of the product, that means the product, there are many kinds of products that we can see in the form of solid, granular, powder, bulk density, liquid, semi-solid, paste, viscous liquid. So these are the things. And when it comes to the spoilage deterioration mechanisms, we can see food deteriorates due to biological and abiotic spoilage. Biological spoilage is due to natural processes of aging, such as in fruits and vegetables, which are living plants. It is also associated with microbiological activity related to bacteria, molds, and yeasts present in the food or attack from surrounding environment. These types of spoilage may often be delayed by the combined effects of suitable processing and packaging and by appropriate temperature control. Product package compatibility. There should not be any interaction between the packaging material and the product package. One of the major purpose of packaging is to preserve the quality of food stuff, their sensory and nutritive values till consumption. There should be no migration of substances either from the food to package or from package to food. And the marketing factors. Good packaging can stimulate market demand for a particular food. Packaging could also be designed to satisfy off-season demands. Example, fruit juice. And aseptic packaging using flexible packaging materials performs this function at lower cost than other packages. Packaging should have sales appeal. It should be able to attract the attention of the consumer. And another factor that we can identify for the selection for food is the distribution factors. Distribution through wholesale and retailing method decides the until, intermediate, and bulk package size. Method of transportation and distances dictate the strength characteristics required for the packaging. Package therefore must be easy to handle and transport in all conditions is by road, rail, sea or air. Package must withstand the various climatic hazards encountered during transit and storage. So when it comes to the cost factors, we can clearly identify the packaging material cost, packaging processing cost, storage of empty and filled packages, labor cost, packaging machinery, that means the capital cost, and distribution cost. So in this slide, you can see that there's another subtopic, packaging requirements for processed foods. Preservation of microbiological and chemical contamination. Retention of the product quality, including nutritional value, must be economic and safe to manufacture and distribute. The packaging should not contaminate the product. The package must fulfill the marketing requirements. So I have added in here 5 requirements, but we can see there are more than 5, but these 5 are the main requirements that we have to fulfill for the processed foods. So in here, I have added many different kind of food products and the requirements of the requirements for the relevant food product, and what are the materials that we can use to manufacture for the relevant products. You can see dehydrated, moisture-sensitive products, fried foods, nuts, edible oil, and products like tea, chocolate, spices, bakery products, spice products, and processed foods. So these are the requirements need to be protected from moisture gain and become rancid due to oxidation effects as they are sensitive to oxygen and light, pick up foreign odors, and need to be protected from moisture gain. So these are the respective requirements for the respective products. And we have talked about the rigid, semi-rigid, and flexible, the three main packaging types. So glass containers, metal containers, and aluminum cans. We can take bottles, jars, and for metal containers, open top cans, easy open ends, and for aluminum cans, two-piece cans, like the way. And in here we can see the respective food item that in the society, in the community use with these relevant rigid containers. In here, you can see that the rigid containers, composite containers, plastic containers, thermoform containers, paperboard cartons, and these are the examples. In packaging, plastic bottles for the rigid containers. And here, these are the examples for the flexible packaging: wrappers, pouches, and stand-up pouches. So, because of the limited time, I have to move on to the next slide. So, what are the new products regarding the packaging sector? For ready-to-eat meals, you can see thermoform trays, retort pouches, microwavable films, microwavable containers. So you can see these things in the supermarket, and I have added some pictures also. And for the beverages, aesthetic packaging, shelf life enhanced impacts. In these pictures, you can see the newly utilizing packages and retort pouches. Food packaging made from multi-layer plastic films or plastic films and aluminum foil, which can withstand heat and pressure during sterilization, shelf stable for up to 2 years at room temperature, convenient, easy to use. So these are the characteristics of the retort pouch. So retort pouch, you can see in these days, these types of package are the most famous in these days. And these are some of properties of the retort pouches: sterilization conditions, oxygen transmission rate, water vapor transmission rate, seal strength, sealing range, burst test, solvent retention and other things, and required limits. So I have added this table to get a clear idea about the without packages. And vacuum packaging. The process of removing around a food product and then sealing that product in an impermeable package to extend shelf life of any fresh perishable product by 3 to 5 times. In sausage packets, you can see, and now in the market, you can see some kind of chips packets and paratha, which wrap by using this kind of vacuum packaging. And gas pollution, a procedure of displacing of the air with a controlled desired mixture of gases into flushing for snack products. When you are opening the snack package, you can feel that there is a gas which comes out. And that's the end of my presentation. So if there are anything, if anyone wants to clarify, you can contact me. I have given the number also. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.